Hi, I'm Sean, and I'm here to help you take over the world. Listen, I don't have a script or anything. This is all going to be like stream of consciousness, and so we're going to talk about a big concept. There are a lot of moving parts underneath it, but I want to get the overall umbrella of it because the overall umbrella of it is kind of easy to understand, I think. So America has been forever the world's wealthiest economy. We've been wealthier previously, I think, in terms of the middle class. But anyway, countries all over the world have wanted to come into our market, and they have done anything they could to get into our market in terms of obeying our regulations, paying import tariffs. We've talked about that a lot recently. And so what we can do, what we had discovered we could do, is that we could, we could put conditions on things that they did in order to come in and trade in our market, because we are the world's largest, most desirable market. Now, does the world's largest, most desirable market have to be the United States? Of course not. Does it have to be a nation made of land and borders? No, it doesn't. People want to buy things here or sell things here because because of the cumulative wealth in the market, the size of the market to be sold to, in large part. Now, we, in taking over the world, we could create the world's largest market. Not based upon geographical boundaries or race, religion, all of the other things that typically are what markets are created of or what nations are made of. We could do this based upon a shared set of principles. It's been said that the United States is the first country to be founded upon a set of principles. Yes, but we're founded within a geographic area as well. We could found a nation based upon principles. And let's look at, very simply, human rights, workers' rights, and environmental protection. Let's say those are the only three things that we wanted to advance. We could say, okay, this group of people, this nation, this online nation, this international nation of consumers, of citizen consumers, we are only going to consume buy from corporations or countries that adhere to certain standards on workers' rights, human rights, and environmental protection. Now, if we have the world's largest market, and that's just a matter of signing up, this is a matter of us declaring we are citizens of this nation. And we, as citizens of this nation, we are going to adhere to this particular thing. And let's say we take something real simple like peanuts. Let's say we're only going to buy peanuts from nations and farmers that adhere to those particular things. Peanuts are not something we need, right? You could do without peanuts. Yeah, maybe you have a peanut addiction, but you can do without peanuts. Eventually, you're going to find peanut farmers that say, hey, this is a freaking huge market internationally. It's gigantic. Okay, what do you want? Workers' rights, human rights? Okay, fine. We'll do that for the money. For a market that is in the millions and billions of people. And that's what we're talking about doing here. Most people in the world are not causing the problem. Okay, there's probably 7 billion people out of 7.33, 7.88, something like that. Most of those 7 billion people just want to feed their family and put a roof over their heads and, have fresh, clean water and clean air. Yeah, they also want opportunity and entrepreneurship and to advance themselves. And we're going to talk about those types of things as we go, because we have an opportunity to nurture those things as well. We can say, for example, to the young inventor, advertise in our market, trade in our market, and we will buy your product exclusively from you. Why is that important? Because statistically, 95% of products never come to market because the inventor knows that that product will be instantly stolen. I have done this myself. I've invented several things, and then I've looked at it and said, okay, the second I put this out there, it's going to be snatched by some guy in wherever who already owns a factory. And even if I sue that guy, I don't have the money to keep a lawsuit going forever and ever and ever. So he's going to win. What we could offer to inventors is you bring your product to our market and we won't buy it anyplace else. That's part of the principles that we found ourselves on. In exchange for access to our market, you help fund and support the next inventor. Okay? You're not going to make the money in our nation that you would make if you were Sam Walton or the Amazon guy. You're not going to get your own rocket to fly to the moon or whatever. But you can make a living selling to our market, and you can make a really good living. You can make let's say we had billions of people in our market, and you sell 1% of them on your doohickey wig. That's a pretty good profit, even if you pay into our system enough money to support the next inventor or to support charities. And again, these are components of the whole idea that we, instead of being a for-profit marketplace primarily, we primarily are a way to fund human beings, human endeavor, human inventions, human liberty, and to pressure governments and nations and corporations to adhere to certain standards of democracy, of human rights, of environmental protections, of lowered CO2 emissions. We could do anything that we want if we became the world's largest market. And folks, we are the world's largest market. You and I and the other billions of normal people out there, we are already the world's largest market. They're already selling all their crap to us. Okay, we don't have to buy it from them. We can buy it from people who do these things ethically, based upon ethics first. Okay. This idea is huge. What I've just told you about the mechanics of it is, or about the basic underlying principle of it, is relatively simple, relatively straightforward, I think. Look forward to discussion about it. The underlying mechanics of it, shipping, fulfillment, how the marketplace works, all of that is up to you. We're not doing this video, the people who are already behind this idea and I are not doing this video or anything else that we're doing in order to make a profit ourselves. I don't want to be a CEO. I don't want to be a marketing executive. I have a fine job. None of this is for money. I would like to sell some of my inventions in the marketplace. That would be fantastic. I can't do that right now because I'll know they'll get ripped off and I don't have the money to defend the lawsuits. But if we create this marketplace that supports inventors, then we can do this thing. The rest, how all that functions and how it comes together, is up to you. It's up to all of us. And if you have talent and you have ability and you can contribute to this idea with thought, with effort, with organization, whatever skill set that you have, you are needed, because it's going to be up to us. We're not forming a corporation here. We're forming a nation. And so the first place to start is to sign up at the website that we have set up. It is ionation.org. That is IONNATION. There are two N's in there, ionation.org. If you go to that website, it will tell you that sign up here to be a citizen. It would get you signed up and get your email address. Then we'll be able to communicate back and forth with you. Right now, there's like 5 people in the world. We're going to need a lot of people. And the website is like kind of funny. And then it's got like really serious writing. And it's like just getting started. So there's a lot to do there. The whole thing, there's a whole lot to do. Endlessly huge amount of things to do. But we can do it if we start. This can be done. It can happen. It can completely work. We can bend capitalism to our will for once, rather than having the terms dictated to us, which is how things work and how they've always worked. We can actually bend capitalism to our will and make it do what we want it to do. Capitalism, free enterprise, not going away, okay? If you're a communist, God bless you, ain't ever going to happen. People are going to go crazy. Even China doesn't do that anymore. They're capitalist totalitarianism at this point. We can make this free enterprise thing work for all of us, particularly all of the 7 billion of us who make up the huge majority of the planet and don't want to exploit the crap out of everybody and enslave everyone and destroy everything and consume everything on Earth. We can make it work for us, for our children, for our people. We can have actual, principles in place and laws, and they don't even have to be laws because they will be based up on the market. You know, they're always talking about the wonderful magic hand of the market. This is the magic hand of the market. We really, really, really have an opportunity to take it by the throat and make it do what we want it to do. And so that's my presentation for now. I will have a lot more discussions on this. I'm really, really excited. The 95% of inventions that never get invented, I'm really, really excited about seeing what those are. Because once they start getting into the system, and this is how we're going to pull people in, is, can you imagine seeing these things? And you go to this website, and there's just thousands and millions of brand new inventions that have been sitting around for years in somebody's garage that finally they can sell these things. You know, finally they can put them out and get funding for them and put them on the market, and our lives will be vastly improved by all this. That's really, really exciting, and that's going to drive people to the site. So the more people we get on the site, the more we can tell them about this idea, and the more that capitalism is no longer this "I'm going to kill you" thing, which is what it is right now. We're on a road to suicide. You know it as well as I do. We have to tame that beast. There is no choice, because capitalism isn't going away. It's here to stay, or at least free enterprise. You know, capitalism, the idea of capitalizing on somebody else's labor, maybe that'll go away. But free enterprise, people want to produce things. They want to be rewarded for what they produce. I think there's nothing wrong with that, right? Is there anything wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. What's wrong with it is the accumulation of massive amounts of wealth to the complete detriment of every other consideration on Earth. We've seen this and what it does. So let's reject that and help bring people out of poverty and into the mainstream. How many people in the darkest depths of Africa or South America or places that are really poor, Haiti, have invented something that would be really cool if they could possibly get it to market? Well, let's help them. Let's help them. Let's forget about, oh, that's not my nation, I don't care. Who cares? It is our nation. It's our world. It's our planet. So let's do this humanity thing. Become a people. Because we are. We're a people. You know that, and I know that. Most people know that. Get excited. Get involved. Sign up. We'll get in touch. And if you see anything on the website that doesn't look like it's finished, that's because it's not. You're the first. It's up to you. We're bringing you in to help. So let us know who you are, and we'll talk from there. And looking forward to it. Thanks a lot for listening. I'm Sean Sheely. Bye.